if we are ready in Studio A over here, we're going to throw it on over to Miss Vermont 2025, Miss Vermont Teen 2025, and Miss Little Red Clover, too. Awesome. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emma Danaher. I'm Miss Vermont Teen 2025.
And I'm Sophia Parker. I'm Miss Vermont 2025. And it is so good to be here during CCTV's 24-hour telethon. Thank you for having us. So Emma, what is it that you do outside of being Miss Vermont's Teen? You should tell us all about it.
So I have a community service initiative that I do. It's called Limitless Miss, and I provide scholarships to young women so that they can access extracurricular activities. And I also work at Ulta Beauty, and I snowboard. I have lots of things going on. Sophia, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. That's amazing. Real quick, how did you get into doing your CSI? That is so cool. What inspired, your community service initiative? What inspired that? That's so cool.
I've always loved playing sports and participating in different arts programs, and I know that not everybody gets the opportunity to do that because of how expensive they are. And I want to give everybody an opportunity to do what they love and learn things from them. Like
That's so amazing.
I've been so fortunate to do, yeah.
It's so awesome that you're creating these opportunities for the next generation to enjoy these things that you have been able to enjoy growing up. That's awesome. So yeah, you asked about me. So I am 27 years old. I am a medic, a sergeant in the Vermont Army National Guard. So I've been in for 7 years. I also am an emergency room nurse at the UVM Medical Center. And my community service initiative is wildlife rehabilitation and stewardship of the natural world. So what I do is I take in some injured and orphaned birds and animals from all across the state that people take the time to rescue and bring to me. And my mom and I have actually run Otter Creek Wildlife Rescue, our nonprofit, since I was about 13 years old. And I actually have a couple little birds for you guys to meet if you would like.
Amazing.
So these, normally we wouldn't bring the birds from our wildlife rescue out into the world because the goal is always to release them back into the wild, and we don't want them to have exposure to too many people while they're growing up. But these guys were actually brought to me this morning after their nest was destroyed by some sort of predator, sadly. These were the two survivors, and so because they were brought to me on the way here, I figured I would bring them for you guys to see.
Amazing.
And then I brought a couple things to feed them.
Snacks.
So these are some blueberries, and this is Purina Naturals cat kibble that I soaked in water until it's soft. And so you can see the baby is probably hungry, especially the older baby. He's always hungry. So you can see him opening his beak, and I give him a kibble.
How many birds a day would you say are brought into Otter Creek?
So we get about 30 calls a day, I would say. We have an amazing volunteer dispatcher named Ellen, who people call, and then she helps direct them in the direction of the right rehabber. So for instance, if you have a raccoon, she'll send them to someone who specializes in raccoons. If you have a baby bird, she'll send them to me, something like that. So we could get anywhere from 2 or 3 to, in the summer, up to like 10 new creatures in a day.
Amazing. And I think we should remind our viewers that if you ever find injured wildlife and don't know what to do, always give Sophia a call because she can give you directions or even take in the animal.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's such a good point. You can actually always find a wildlife rehabilitator in your area by looking up 2025 licensed wildlife rehabilitators in Vermont, and there's a whole list of us with all of our numbers and locations.
Amazing. And next we're going to talk about what is the Miss Vermont Scholarship Organization. So Sophia, do you want to talk about our first point?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Miss Vermont Scholarship Organization focuses primarily on scholarships and sisterhood. So there's actually 5 points of, it's called the Miss America Crown, and it's service, scholarship, style, and success. And what is the fifth one?
Sisterhood.
Sisterhood,
Do we already say that?
absolutely. Sisterhood is the most important one, in my opinion. So you actually get to interact with all of these wonderful people, and it really is a mentorship program. So in a way, you could say like the Miss is a mentor for the teen, but I also feel like Emma's 16, but she's a mentor to me too, in all honesty. Like getting to learn from her and learn from all the other girls that we compete against. And then also we have our Little Sisters program that we'll talk about in a little while. So it really is a mentorship program. It focuses on scholarships. It focuses on building skills like public speaking, interview skills. And it's really a program that I would really suggest that anyone anyone gets involved in. Now, how did you get involved in the Miss Vermont Teen organization, Emma?
One of my teachers actually reached out to my mom and was like, Emma seems to have good leadership skills and public speaking, all these things. And my mom was like, well, she's not old enough yet. So the following year, actually, I competed. I competed for 3 years before I won. And before you win the state title, you have a local title, which I guess is like a little bit less known, I feel like, because we're kind of more in the spotlight. But there's so many great opportunities as a local title holder as well to get involved with your community before you win and get some experience before holding the state title.
Yeah, that's such a good point. So if any of you guys are interested in becoming local title holders for the title of Miss Vermont or Miss Vermont's Teen, you can honestly go to our website and check it out. It's very easy to get involved, and there's lots of opportunities for local title holders to come both with us to different events throughout the year and different volunteer opportunities, and then also to create your own opportunities. This experience and organization really is what you make it, and all of our title holders are out there making a difference in the state that we live in. And it's pretty cool because that's one of the big emphases as well. Like for us, this is a year of service. Like people see the crown and the sash and they're like, oh, you guys must just be going around wearing fabulous dresses and parading around and having so much fun. And yes, it is a pageant. Like how we put ourselves together does matter, and we learn a lot about that as well. But the primary emphasis is really about serving our communities and giving back to the state that's given us so much.
Mm-hmm. And another big thing that the Miss America organization really emphasizes is scholarship and getting a great education. I was awarded a full tuition scholarship to the University of Alabama. Sophia, do you want to tell us about where you went to college and how the Miss Vermont organization helped you through that?
Yeah, so I actually went to Castleton University, which is now Vermont State University, Castleton, and got my Bachelor of Science in nursing from there. And through scholarship money that I had earned from being Miss Vermont's Teen in 2015, and also from competing in the Miss Vermont organization, and then also money from the Vermont Army National Guard, I was actually able to graduate completely debt-free thanks to these organizations. So that was huge. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, Emma, yeah, you get a full ride. That's so huge.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Where are you thinking you're going to go to college? I know it's a little early to decide, but where are you thinking you're going to go to college, and what do you think you want to study?
I'm planning on going to the University of Alabama. I'm going to go into the medical field. I'm hoping to become a cardiologist. I've made so many amazing connections being involved with the Miss Vermont organization. While I was a local title holder, we went to the State House to talk to representatives about getting emergency response plans in schools. And while I was there, I met some amazing people who work in healthcare and are cardiologists, and I got invited actually to go shadow them. And during that experience, I had so much fun and was really interested in it. So I'm excited to learn more about it. And actually, only 15% of all cardiologists are women. So I'm really excited to add to that statistic.
That is so wild. So you actually got to shadow a cardiologist for a day. That is so cool, and that reinforced your desire to do it.
I got to watch surgery, actually, and I got to wear some scrubs. I put on do you know what they're called when you're going behind the X-ray so that you don't get radiation?
Oh yeah, like the lead.
Yeah, I got to wear the lead
suits. Those are fun.
It was a blast.
That's awesome. What an amazing day. And I have no doubt you'll be the most amazing cardiologist.
Yeah. What inspired you actually to become a nurse?
So my mom actually was diagnosed with leukemia when I was 14, and is actually doing pretty well now. And it really inspired me to get involved in the healthcare field. Mm-hmm. And then also I was just always that kid that would see ambulances headed somewhere, or see an accident on the side of the road and be like, oh my gosh, like, can we help? And I think it came from being a wildlife rehabber and always helping animals that needed things. I wanted to be able to do the same for people. Mm-hmm. So nursing is one of the most amazing ways, in my opinion, to be able to do this, because it's so hands-on and you get so much direct patient care experience.
Yes.
So, and then I also am not as ambitious as you and did not want to go to med school because it's a lot of school. I respect you so much.
Thank you.
So I love my job right now.
I love to explain Sophia. Like, one of my favorite words to describe her is a lifesaver. You save animals' lives, people's lives in the National Guard and in the ER. You're so amazing. You even save my life sometimes when we get into sticky situations at appearances and things like that. So
oh my gosh, no way. You saved my life just as much as I saved yours. And thanks for tolerating me. So Emma and I were on the way back from Massachusetts last week because we take a lot of road trips together, and she had to deal with me pulling over on the side of I-89 to help a snapping turtle cross the road. And she definitely thought I was going to kill us both, and I felt really bad.
Little Sophia running across the highway to go pick up the turtle.
Oh my gosh.
She's so brave.
Emma has to deal with so much with me, but no, it's one of the best parts of this whole thing is getting to spend the year with her for me, so with you, Emma. And we get to do so many things together, so many appearances together, and, you know, road trips to all the different other state pageants and Massachusetts to work with different sponsors and stuff like that. And then we get to go to Miss America together next month.
We really do have the best time. And do you think it's time to introduce our little sister?
We have a very special guest for you
Yes,
folks.
Addy, do you want to come over here?
Come on over, Addy. I'll get the birds out of your way. All right. You can come closer if you want, or you can be right here, whatever you prefer.
Sophia, do you want to explain what our Little Sisters program is?
Yes, so we have a program called the Miss America's Little Sisters program. In Vermont, it's also called the Red Clover Kids. And what this is essentially a mentorship program. So amazing young girls like Addy get involved in our organization, and we have events throughout the year that they can go to. Everything from volunteer opportunities to parades to little activity days that we have, and it's a chance for older girls like us to become mentors for younger girls like her, and then also learn about the awesome stuff that she's involved in. And then she actually gets to come on stage with us at the Miss Vermont competition, and the little sisters do a specific number, they wear a dress, they walk with us, and it's just an awesome opportunity to get to hang out throughout the year.
Okay. Addy, you've been a part of the Little Sisters program for several years now, and what do you love most about being a part of it?
I'm going on my 8th year in the Little Miss Red Clover program. I love all aspects of it, and one of my favorites being sisterhood. I love it so much to get to meet all these people, and I love all the events that we get to do, and it's just so much fun.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
I would have to agree with you, being a state title holder as well. Those are also my favorite parts. Let's see.
That's so amazing. So what have you learned from the time you've spent with your big sisters in this program? You've been involved in this program for a long time now. You've been in for longer than us.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from all my mentors. I've definitely gained a lot of confidence and a lot of really important life skills like public speaking and just being able to go in front of an audience. So I've learned so much, and I'm so grateful that I've gotten this opportunity.
You're so well-spoken, Addy.
You really are.
We're so lucky to have you here. And do you want to share a story or your favorite memory or appearance?
I love all the appearances we go to. One of my favorites being the St. Albans Tractor Parade that my family hosts the float of every year.
Amazing.
That's one of my personal favorites.
What was on your float?
All the local title holders, the state title holders, and just a bunch of Christmas decorations. It's a great time.
That's so amazing.
Much fun.
How old are you now, Addy?
I'm 12.
So do you think, now it's fine if it's a secret, do you think that you might compete for Miss Vermont's Teen in the future?
Yes, I will be competing for Miss Vermont Teen in the future.
Amazing.
That's
We're so excited to
amazing.
have you.
Yeah, and you, like you said, you are so, like Emma said, you are so well-spoken, and it's so awesome to have you be a part of this program for so long, and I have no doubt that it's going to give you a lot when you do end up competing as well.
Addy, do you want to tell us what you do in your free time?
Well, I go to school during the school year.
Amazing.
I dance. I do the Little Miss Red Clover program.
What kind of dance do you do?
I do all styles. I compete at Electric Youth Dance Company in St. Albans.
Amazing.
That is so
What's your favorite style?
I don't have a personal favorite, but I really like contemporary and jazz.
Amazing. Those
love
are really
that.
fun.
That's awesome. Good for you. So is there anything else that you'd like to share today?
I'm okay.
All right, no, that was perfect. Thank you so much. So if you guys have more, or if you guys have interest in more information about becoming a Little Miss Red Clover, or you have a girl in your life who would like to become a Little Miss Red Clover, more information is available on our website, which is www.missvermont.org, and there's a whole specific tab that is dedicated to learning about the Miss Red Clover program. So come join us, come join Addy, and come hang out with us. It's a good time.
We have so many good opportunities, so many friends to make, it's just such a great program to be a part of. And our local title holder program, actually registration is open now. I think it opened like 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Yes, so.
Yeah, we've already had our first few girls sign up.
If anybody's interested, you should definitely look into it. And if you'd like to learn more about competing or request us at your event, go to our website. Again, that's www.missvermont.org.
That's perfect.
Amazing.
And yeah, it's honestly just, I cannot emphasize enough like what a positive program this is. I mean, there's a lot of talk about pageants getting a bad rap in the past, and for good reasons throughout history, but the Miss America organization and the Miss Vermont organization really are about scholarship, like we said, and about making friends. I mean, backstage, even at the actual competition, you'd think everyone would be like stressed out and all that, but even at the actual competition, we're just back there helping each other, having fun, talking.
Sophia, what was your favorite memory from competing this year?
Okay, so I am going to steal your one from a couple weeks ago, actually, that you said. One of my favorite memories was funny because it actually ended up being very fortuitous. So we were all doing each other's hair, we were all doing each other's makeup. Emma actually helped me zip my dress to go out on stage, and then I helped her do her hair for interview.
Yeah.
So I honestly would say my best memories are those, getting to hang out and getting to all help each other, and throughout the year just support each other.
I love all the little coincidences where like the stars aligned for both of us, winning together. And even during opening number, we were both in the middle, right in front of each other, or I was right in front of you, and it was just cool that we're both in the middle and ended up winning. And I feel like there's so many pictures from the weekend when everybody's on stage and like somehow our heads ended up being like right next to each other before we even knew we were gonna win.
That's so true.
Yeah,
that's so true. What is your favorite memory?
My favorite memory? I'm gonna say preparing for my interview and talking to the board and preparing for it. We have so many amazing board members. I remember preparing with Caroline Bright, and we had the most amazing conversation. She is an amazing woman. She's a former Miss Vermont, and her daughter Betsy is also one of our Miss Little Red Clover girls.
Yes, you probably know Betsy.
I love Betsy.
That's awesome.
And yeah, we just have so many amazing board members, so being able to hang out with them, because some of them are from out of town, but the competition weekend really just brings everyone together.
I totally agree. That's such a good point. And and those I would consider to be my mentors, all of our wonderful board members and our former forever Miss Vermonts and Miss Vermont's teens. So, yeah. And what else are you the most excited about for the rest of our year, Emma?
Of course, I'm excited about Miss America and Miss America's Teen. We get to go to Orlando in September. Yeah, we're going to be competing for the title against 52 other amazing young women, or women, for you. And let's see, I'm excited for fall and to see what appearances fall brings, because in summer we get a lot of golf tournaments, things outside like that. So I'm excited to see, I think we have an apple pie. We're judging an apple pie contest.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Our like fall parades, see the foliage. Of course, living in Vermont, that's the best part. And winter things might be a little cold, but us Vermont girls are used to that.
Exactly. We love the 4 seasons here in Vermont, and we'll all be at various different things in all of the seasons. Real quick, we have a little more time. Do you want to tell me about your talent?
My talent, yes. Yeah. I am a speed painter. I have always loved painting and art, being artistic. Actually, when I was growing up, my grandpa drove a Prius, and he would always drive my sister and I around, and I actually drew all over the inside of it when I was like 4 or 5 years old. My grandma would like give me stickers, pens, all the things from like the book fair, and I'd color inside of it. And you know what? Instead of telling me to stop and complaining about it, he actually would be like, "This should go in a museum, Emma. This is great." Like,
that is amazing.
Yeah, my grandpa is so supportive, and I'm so glad that I had an adult in my life who encouraged me instead of being like, oh my gosh, bad, which like I understand drawing inside the inside of his car. Probably not the best thing looking back, but I'm glad that he always encouraged me, and same with my mom, and both of my parents gave me the opportunity to do whatever I wanted. But yeah, at Miss America, I will be painting Audrey Hepburn in 90 seconds.
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing to watch. I encourage you all to tune in because I don't even understand how she manages to do it. It's so stunning what she comes up with in 90 seconds. I could never.
Lots and lots of practice. Sophia, do you want to tell us about your talent?
Sure. So Miss America actually has a talent category called Her Story, and it's the opportunity to talk about your life or an important aspect of your life in a theatrical way in 90 seconds. So for my girlies like me who might not be a singer or a dancer and be conventionally talented like Emma or Addy here, for context, I asked if I could feed a baby squirrel as my talent when I competed as a teen. Our board members were like, no, I don't think so.
Backstage, please.
Yes, so Her Story is a wonderful option because if you're in this organization, you already have something that you're passionate about in your life, and we all have life stories that we can share and something we're passionate about. So don't let not being a singer or a dancer discourage you from participating in this program. And Addy, what do you think you would do for talent? If it's a surprise, that's fine. I know you said you're a dancer.
Yes, I'm thinking about either dancing or singing.
So cool. Okay, that's amazing. Well, we can't wait to see it. Yes. That's amazing. And you'd be competing next year?
No, because I have a late fall birthday, so I don't make the cutoff. So I think I have to wait 2 years.
Got it.
Well,
okay.
You get another year of experience with Miss Little Red Clover.
Totally, absolutely. You can keep coming to things with us and with whoever's next, and we'll definitely both be there to cheer you on when you do rock that stage.
A really important part of this whole program is patience and competing for multiple years. Sophia and I both competed for 3 years before winning, and I'm so thankful for that and learning how to be a good loser, or I wouldn't even call it a loser, but just not winning and being able to learn from that and have multiple years to watch other title holders and what they do with their years to just get inspired by them.
Yeah, you bring up such a good point because honestly, like one of the big things that we talk about on competition weekend and that our board hypes up so much is that even if it's not your year to be Miss Vermont or Miss Vermont's Teen, you still will get so much out of this experience. And what the judges are looking for that year is what the state needs that year. It doesn't mean that you're not the right person for the job ever or that there's anything whatsoever wrong with you. It just means that whatever Vermont needs this year, someone else might have fit that slightly better. And honestly, like last year, I was actually first runner-up to Mira, and Mira ended up being the most amazing Miss Vermont. I was so happy for her, like standing up there as the last two, before they call actual Miss Vermont. I was genuinely so happy when she won. Like I was overjoyed for her, and then getting to cheer her on for this year or for last year was just amazing. And she actually taught me so much about what it meant to be a wonderful Miss Vermont, and her relationship with Charlie Roy, our last Miss Vermont's Teen, they were so close as well, and that definitely set the tone for like me and Emma having a similar kind of just really close friendship during this. And so it's really awesome to watch everyone. And then there's like this iconic photo from when I was crowned where Hannah Rock, who's one of my best friends in this program and who's competed for years and does such an amazing job, was just standing there literally like with her arm in the air, like clearly so happy and cheering me on. And that truly meant the world. Like that is what this is about for me, getting to cheer on the other girls and feel supported by them, and that is truly priceless. You can't put a number on that.
Yeah, seeing all the girls on stage standing behind us after like the final two were called, and then when like the winners announced, seeing how excited they all get for the winner, I think is truly a great representation of how close we all are and how supportive everybody is of each other. I think a lot of people might think that it wouldn't be that way just because like stereotypes behind pageants, but we are all truly very close, learn so much from each other, and have the best time.
That is so true. And Emma, if you had to give one piece of advice to someone, I mean, obviously, Addy, you already know what you're doing, but if you had to give Addy a piece of advice or give even someone a piece of advice that's never been involved in this organization, what would it be?
To keep an open mind, set a high standard for yourself, but don't get your hopes up about the weekend, because I think for Sophia and I, we both tried our best, but knew like in our hearts that it's will go how it's supposed to go, and if we don't win and that's how it's supposed to go, then that's okay. And just go into the weekend with an open mind, and truly that's how you will perform the best.
That is so true. That is such a good point. And I felt like, yeah, we were both pretty relaxed, and our emphasis was just to have a great time, make friends, hang out with people that we genuinely like, and make sure that all the new people are having a great time. And then we came out of this and ended up being the winner. So that's such a huge, such a great piece of advice. Like, if you go into it with those goals, you will be a winner no matter who walks away with the crown. And if you spend the whole weekend fixating on getting the crown, then it won't be a great experience regardless of the outcome. So that's such good advice.
Yeah. And let's see, I lost my train of thought.
No, you're good. Sorry, I'm talking your ear off.
Oh my gosh, no, I love the sound of your voice. Do not apologize for that.
You're hearing enough of it this year, that's for sure.
Well, I'm trying to think. Over that weekend, yeah, like we were all just backstage, and I'm so happy that I won, but I'm a little bit sad that this year competition will feel a little bit different, because I was just excited to go back and continue making friends, and as the state title holder, it's a little bit harder, I feel like, sometimes.
Yeah, it's always, competition's a little bit bittersweet for the state title holders, because we will be giving up our crowns, but it's also so exciting because we'll be giving the opportunity to 2 other amazing girls who will get to have the best year. And the best way that I ever heard it described was from Mira and Charlie, actually, where they're like, we did everything that we could do this year. We had no regrets. This was our year of yes. Like, we did absolutely everything that we could possibly do, and so they felt good about giving up their crown, and I respected that a lot.
Right, and I think by the end of it, they had known in their hearts that there was truly nothing else they could do. Like, they had the best year, and that it was just time.
That is so true. And yeah, we're just so grateful for this opportunity. And I personally, I mean, I'm a lifelong Vermonter, so is Emma. And like, I think we're both just so grateful for the opportunity to have this year of service and to give back to the many, many people and organizations in the state that has truly made us who we are. So it's an honor to get to go, both spend every day, you know, doing different things around the state of Vermont, and then also go be Vermont on the national stage. Because when you go to Miss America or Miss America's Teen, you're not Sophia or Emma for that week. Like, all the other girls will call you Vermont for that week, and that's an honor. So it's going to be pretty fun. Anything else you would like to share, or anything else you're specifically excited about?
Yeah, I'm going to say, if there's any young girls watching and you need help paying for extracurricular activities, you can search Limitless Miss VT on Instagram, and in the bio there is a link to sign up or apply for a scholarship. And Sophia, do you want to talk about how people can reach out for Otter Creek Wildlife?
Yeah, that's awesome. So like I said before, you can look up 2025 licensed wildlife rehabilitators in Vermont. Just put it in Google, and my number will come up. It's Otter Creek Wildlife Rescue, and then also the other rehabbers across the state's numbers will come up. So definitely reach out if you have an animal situation that you want help with.
And if anybody considering competing is wondering any questions or need any advice, please feel free to reach out on social media to either of us.
Absolutely, yeah. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. I don't really do the TikTok. I haven't figured that out yet, it's my bad. But Instagram and Facebook are reliable ways, or throughout our organization's page. And we really look forward to seeing more of you, hopefully competing this year and getting involved in the organization, and also at events around the state as well.
Yeah, and I want to thank CCTV for having us at their amazing telethon fundraiser.
Yes.
And
yeah, please support local television. In this day and age, it's honestly rare to have something as special as this that brings together a community at a local station like this. So much of our news that we get is online or in short little blips from social media. So these guys provide such a special opportunity to really bring Vermonters together, to talk to our neighbors and listen to our neighbors, and that's a really priceless thing. And we're so grateful to have been able to be part of it. And definitely, it's absolutely something worth supporting. So we're grateful to have something like this in our community. Anything else you wanted to share, Addy?
I'm excited to go to the parade coming up on Labor Day. I'm very excited. I don't know who's going, but I'm very excited to go.
Oh, very cool. Do you know where that one is?
Northfield, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Not
Okay, that's
100%
awesome.
Sure who's going. but
That's amazing.
I'm
We'll
excited to
probably
go.
miss that one because I think that's when we're at Miss America and Miss America's
Oh,
Teen.
yeah.
So you'll be representing the whole organization there. I bet you'll be with some local title holders, and that'll be amazing. We can't wait to see pictures of you there.
Yes.
And thank you so much for joining
Yes,
us today.
thank you for having me.
Yeah,
course.
absolutely. So, yeah, like we said, for more information about becoming a local delegate, a little Miss Red Clover, anything like that, go to www.missvermont.org, and we look forward to meeting some more of you guys throughout this year.